happy 1 AM gamers. Oh god, I always forget how much my eyes hate me staying up late for these things. Let's move my mic a little bit closer so I've not got to project loud at all. There we go, that should be Gucci. Right, so round 17, NA time. Unfortunately, the two strokes are not allowed in this one, like they were in EU. So we're going to have to go for the old L450 Yami, as always, which is it's not the end of the world, to be honest. We should see how it goes. It kind of makes me think though, like if I was on the Yami for EU, what position would I have got then? Because I was doing really well on the two smoker. We'll see how it goes. I've not been sat here grinding in between EU and NA either. Me and Charlie played a bunch of Pro Clubs matches instead. And I've just been sat on YouTube, really. I just need to kind of get a bit of a flow going again. Probably still going to be a good 1.5 or so seconds off the top guys in qualifying. But I really don't mind that today. I think we've shown that the track actually erodes pretty deep. So hopefully I can use that erode racing to my advantage.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Qualifying hasn't started just yet even, by the way. We've got 3.5 minutes left. And then we'll be trying to grind for some lap times. I'll take a bit of fuel out, go a little bit faster. Happy days all round. Oh, I'm struggling to hit that step off at the moment. God, man, my voice is just completely fried at the moment. If I do sound a bit raspy, you know why. Sliding out a lot. See, I don't think the replays will let me spectate the entire thing. No, I wanted to see if we could watch Skills' lap, but it seems to be the case. That's why I feel like things are a bit odd. The way this man wheelies through the whoops. Like, just landed in between two whoops with his handlebars completely bent. Like, it makes 0 sense. Oh well, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm a vanilla man, I'm afraid, Cullen. If we're talking just like the generic flavours, if we're going like ice cream, chocolate, strawberry, all that good stuff, I am a vanilla enjoyer. Or if we're getting a bit more wacky, just, I don't know, some like salted caramel. Those people like mint. You are absolute creatures. I have no idea how anybody likes mint or mint chocolate. I wanna enjoy some ice cream. I don't want to feel like I'm brushing my teeth. Over the bridge. There's no point trying to go for a decent lap here anyway. I think the server will probably restart before I get to the end of it. I always feel super slow in the corner at the end of the whoops as well. And that one, every single time I try and hit that corner fast, my back end slides out going into it. Do not know how to fix. Yeah, no, these streams will always be a little bit lower. I think a lot of the people that watch my live streams from the EU side of things, just because they know, like, just timing and things like that. I think a lot of the US guys don't, well, they're usually not aware when I go live anyway. This is only like a new thing, it's not going to be every week. Feeling like just a tiny bit more alive now than usual, just for the sole reason of I slept for like 2-3 hours midday earlier. I wish stepping over this table was faster, because it just feels so much more satisfying to hit. Especially that. Oh, felt super nice. Maybe it's faster. Gained a little bit in terms of temps, but I don't know what the rest of the lap was like. Right, let's go and get stressed out over qualifying laps. I feel like if I can get a lap time in the 50s, then I'll be happy. Oh, that's not the best of starts, is it? Getting ejecto-seatoed. Put pegs in a bow on the way into the whips. It's two L downsides of the over under in a row. Decent whoops run though. Average slide out going into the corner, which makes no sense. That one corner as well. I find very, very odd. We can definitely improve upon that lap. There was a few mistakes in there. Beacon's going back to 2021, riding the Cowie, love to see it. Just start a fresh lap. No, it doesn't. God damn it, I hate this game and its boofed ass timing. Let me just reset. I've done a few corners. Oh, this is L run. I don't know, is there any point in me carrying on this lap? I'm going to be so far off after it. Oh, what is up with this one corner? It's the only one on the track that's getting free flutter. It doesn't hurt to just keep logging laps, I suppose. Yeah, balanced bikes would be nice. I don't disagree that it's annoying seeing a sea of blue and red. I really wouldn't even mind going down the MX Simulator route where you can put any bike you want onto any bike you want. So if you like the feel of the Yamaha, you can put a Suzuki skin on it if you want. This time we get a bit more diversity, because regardless of how good any other bikes are, if there is one bike that is perceived as the best, everyone will ride it. Trouble hitting that double just in a good way. It's really hard to apex it right. Then you have to deal with the bows straight after it, trying to get the bike turn. I also don't understand why some laps my bike skims across these nicely and others it just really gets inside them and messes up my bike. Skills will be a lot more than 0.8 faster. He's probably about 2 seconds faster overall if he gets a good lap in. He just scrubs everything harder, turns better. If he's going over here or if he's stepping up. If he's going over, okay. Oh, I'll jump too far left, that's fine. Back over to the... Oh, you know what? 50.5. That is 0.2 quicker than my best lap. So I can't be unhappy with that. But if you thought that lap time that I just done was good, by the way, Skills has done a lap time that is 1.1 seconds faster than that. So you tell me where I gain 1.1 seconds. Actually wild the speed that these boys go. I mean, not messing up the whips every lap would be a good place to start, wouldn't it? Hitting the old bark 2 laps in a row. I'm not going to make a mean comment. I'm saying if wheeling the whoops was that simple, everyone would be doing it. It is not just a case of wheelie whoop. I could do it, and do it consistently. Oh, I'd love to. However, I've not got the facilities for that. It is definitely a skill issue. Oh, that's annoying. I was actually up there. Track is in the description, and in the title, and in the thumbnail. This absolutely destroyed my guy's hand. It's like, nope, don't need that anymore. I don't know if I want to be going through the whips in the second gear, or in third gear or fourth gear either, I just don't know which feels better. Always miss out that second to last one though, really messes me up for the corner. Bonk. I think it's purely just where the bike runs out of speed throughout the whips that by the time I get to that second last one, back wheel's just in a different spot to be able to hit it or not. That was a good run. Oh, sliding out on the face of a jump like that when you're up. That's annoying. I think I could beat it by like 0.05 if I just send it. Lapse it out at the end. 0.15. There's a couple attempts in there. I can still get a little bit quicker. Just get that, get that last rhythm section right, and then jump into the last right-hander a bit better. No, you can't quad into the section after the whips. Not enough flip, not enough pop. Yeah, these are all things I've tried in testing already, boys, so whatever lines you do see me taking do tend to be the doable and fast ones. But while I appreciate little bits of advice here and there,
Hi,
I've already
welcome
tried
to
these
Chili's.
things. Very surprised I'm down. Oh, go again. Because that lap actually felt alright and I was down, and the lap before that felt pretty mid and I ended up being up. Way too far. Isn't it? Move by your boy. In terms of like consistency, I'm actually running quite solid 51s back to back to back. That's how I feel though, Dio, when I run a lap. I think feels insane, and then I go and get beaten by a second again. It's just absolutely not. I don't understand how people are so fast at this game. Slide the whips again. That was a way too slow. And there goes the front. Oh, god damn it. I always feel sorry for Chicken. Usually spends half of his qualifying sessions trying to help people out in Discord. God, downside that so perfectly. So frustrating. There's such a fine line between sliding out and scrubbing it properly. I'll get over it fine if I didn't try scrubbing it, because when you're on a qualifying lap, you just want to save every little millisecond that you can. But the scrub is a bit of a must. Well, this lap's in the bin. I can already tell that the way I exited those whoops. We'll keep going. Let's just keep spinning laps. Keep clicking them off. They will help you get better at the track at the end of the day. I get the graphics for free from the Mr. McChicken because I'm on his team. I don't have to pay for them. I'm not talented, but say I can make them myself, but they would never look very, very good. Not a very talented individual in that regards. Comment about the suspension and that you could probably land it like that ARL and be absolutely fine. But I won't. Then I'll just end up getting super frustrated by it. Yeah, just it's a very easy track just to get around. Then when you start trying to shave off the temps, it starts getting a bit more difficult. The whip's the hardest part of it, to be fair, just getting a good run through the whips. Gonna go fails, why not? It's the first sector that sent me down now, so it all just does depend on how good of a run I get in the whoops, which is so frustrating. Your entire lap is based off of that one, what was it, like 4-second long straight. I am stepping over the table, Leo, yeah. I don't know if it's faster or not. I saw Skills do it just once. However, in the EU race, I was stepping over it every lap just because it felt like the more comfortable thing to do. Especially with the road, trying to step off the table was getting a little bit difficult. And to be fair, when you jump around the corner at the end of that straight, it feels much nicer tripping around it than doubling around. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Sales. Thank you for stopping by. This isn't like the most hyped or active stream in the world. I just thought, since I'm staying up to play it, you guys may as well get to see what goes on. That's what happens when I wheelie the whip. Is the second the front wheel comes down, you just get ejected. Yeah. Every time Skills does it, no matter even if his handlebars are completely sideways, when the front wheel comes down, it just pings back up and slides no problem. So it's definitely a confusing thing to watch and to try and learn. Why I don't really bother. Ugh, go in, man. That's the issue as well, is when you're trying to beat your qualifying lap and you feel like it's already a really good lap, you just have to push it so much more everywhere, and it just makes so much more errors as well and mistakes, so it does get to a really frustrating point. Never going to be it. I think if I was to sit in testing and grind away at this track, I could possibly get like a very, very high 40, but in this qualifying session I'll take 50.3. I think that's more than enough. No, nothing that I do in bikes I've transferred over to IRL. Game is far too unrealistic to try and transfer anything over, I'm afraid. Yeah, they'll be completely different tracks, Ryan. They're not going to be the TFC tracks that we already have. They'll all be updated and gone through and made harder, like more ruts, more bumps, better ruts in general. So, to be fair, you're probably better off practicing on the GP tracks at the moment, rather than current TFC tracks, because I don't actually think they'll be much alike. And yeah, how nice it is when everybody doesn't sit here revving the life out of their bike on the gate until the board actually goes up. I understand people that just sit here on the limiter for about 30 seconds straight. Ugh, I miss the lens launch, man.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
I forgot that there was no collisions as well. Cross jump move on purpose, and then turns out that nothing was going to happen anyway. The best run through the whoops I've ever had. Oh god, yeah, I'll do that for me. Lens launch is banned everywhere, I'm afraid. I'll ask the main man himself first. He's probably just going to say no, but don't, because I feel it encourages him. Let's check something. Boss? Don't know. Right. If you're not doing the line around the corner deal, I don't think that the step over does much for you anyway. If you can, then yeah, a bit of a... Oh, actually, I don't think it's even worth a second. Yeah, Chicken's just told me that the launch is banned in NA, so I cannot be doing it. I don't know what the qualifying times are yet, Sid's. Just going to wait for him to go up and I'll have a look at him. If I was to guess, I would probably say 50, low 53 maybe, high 52. Although it is the end of the season, so there's probably not as many people signed up. Maybe it'll be a bit higher, a bit more leeway. Just said I don't know. We'll have a look in a bit. They're like a scumbaggy low line there. Looks slightly lower on the left than the right. See if they're up. Yeah. They are not up yet. I'll give it 5 minutes. I like the low line that there. Well, that's a bit weird. A bit of a nose bonk on the O front. Such a weird thing, like leaning forwards in the whoops to try and push your front end down. That seems to be the only way at the moment that I can hit that second to last one and not get a weird kick into the corner, is if I literally lean forwards before I hit it. Sick. Oh, I actually preferred riding that Antic 250 two-stroke earlier so much more. Give me a two-stroke series. Get back in the fun races. I'm undecided on what I'll ride for outdoors yet, but knowing me, I never stick to one bike for a full season. I'm always mixing, matching. Got a long way to go yet anyway, we've got like 2 or... I don't know what we've got. Starts on the 26th. We haven't even got 2 weeks, I don't think. 13 days there. Well, actually, not to be fair, yeah, 2 weeks exactly. Yeah, it'll be a long time since then. I'll probably go through many changes in public servers, testing out bikes, trying to do something suspension-wise, just press buttons and hope that it works. Times me up. Let's have a browse. E6. Ugh. Not as good as I thought I'd be though. It's fine. Take it, it's not the end of the world. So you needed to get a 53,097 or lower. Make it in through these. I'll tell you what, I was pretty bang on like that, so I did say low 53. Well, you didn't make it in, I suppose now the outdoor grind begins, doesn't it? That felt like an awful entrance into them whoops, but for some reason that time it just kind of sat on top of them really nicely and hit every single one. Oh. Streamlabs keeps prompting me to do something here. Just like, action cannot be performed inside Streamlabs desktop. To interact with chat, you can open this. It keeps putting like love hearts and stuff. I'll show you. Oh, it doesn't do it now. Can't do it anymore. Show you on Streamlabs. Aha, yeah. It shows me down here. It's like, gives me an opportunity to interact with like messages, but it doesn't all this. Oh, well. What's that? Oh, the server's up. Yes, they are. Lovely stuff. Let's go. I'm in Heat 2 this time, I need to remember, so I don't. Race. Black Lives. That's it. That's when whoever was in 450D, you were idiots. You guys all left before the session ended and the server didn't. Oh, for God's. Ah. So, just a pre-warning. If you are qualifying for races, don't leave the server before it's finished, unless you're very confident that everyone else will remain in the server. Because the server then essentially ends itself, so the qualifying results don't export. Yeah, just started again, Ian. Had a break in between EU and now, and we'll go again. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn my fan on because it's starting to get a bit spicy in the room with the PC working overtime. Alright, and has been engaged. Wouldn't surprise me if you boys actually end up hearing the fan louder than you hear me. I think I've had this fan for well over 10 years now. It's a trooper. Keeps going. I've had it literally on every single night for as long as I can remember. Well, as long as I'm home, that is. Anyone else have to do that? Anyone else can't fall asleep without a fan on? Both for the breeze and for the noise? No mid-softs? No, mid-softs are a thing of the past ever since Beta 18 OEMs came out. Well, I mean standard mid-softs are the past. Since we got the updated OEMs, it's been mid-soft 80s on the front, mid-soft 120 on the rear. Unless it's a sand track, and then same numbers but just sand tyres rather than mid-softs. No, I can't leave the window open because every time I do, just all the wildlife decides to come in. Actually woke up before to being bitten by a spider because I left the windows open for a single night. Because probably sense the heat coming off the PC. Like, oh, it's toasty in here. Let's go say hello. Not by choice, Zoa. It's purely a case of they don't allow the 2 strokes in NA, so I can't have fun on that. And all of the other 4 strokes today, I just can't get them through the whoops. So for the sake of a lot of stress, a lot of headaches, I'm just going to make my life a bit easier. At least then when I do bad, I can blame it on me rather than the bike at all. I don't think practicing with me would make you any better at all, Benji. It's no different to hopping in any other server and racing against like decent people. Just follow their lines. And we have to wait like 10 minutes or so for 450 Group D to do their qualifying. And then we get to have a lovely heat race, which hopefully goes better than the last heat race. I watched a couple of laps of the 250 maiden, and I think the only part of the track that really sucks for you 250 guys was the triple before the Supercross triple. So even on a 250, if you don't get the triple clean before it, you can't get over the Supercross one. Which I feel like might have been a bit of an oversight on Stoney's behalf. No tips other than just keep playing. The consistency just comes with muscle memory. You can see that I'm not perfect by any means. I crash more laps than I don't in testing especially. Not going to risk trying to double jump around this corner in the race at all. No need. It's just like last lap, do or die moment. Oh. Don't do it. I don't know if there is like a correct term for it, Spoolie. I've heard bridge jump, tunnel jump, over under. I've heard all sorts. I don't think you'll get moaned out for calling it the wrong thing. Not like when people always have the debate on is a tabletop a single or a double. Like when you're saying if you triple a section or quad it because you've gone over a table. That's always my favourite debate because everyone gets so triggered. Everyone's very passionate about it. You know what? I trust you guys to tell me when the heat races go up. I heard the best way to practice for a Supercross race is by doing outdoors. I can't remember what tracks are which on. Yeah, buds. I'm unsure if the 450s will be updated before outdoors. I mean, in my head, I feel like that makes the most sense, but I'm not sure what the old time constraints are like, to be honest. Nah, Buds is one of my favourite outdoors tracks. You get to ride on all of the random bits of sand dotted around, so you just lose a bunch of traction for no reason. And I really like the layout of Budds Creek. I always have done in any motocross game I played. Used to love it on Sim back in the day. Super flowy up and down the hills. Well, I don't remember spinning a bunch of laps in testing, but I obviously have done because there's a road dotted a bit. The entirety of Bud's Sand, because I haven't heard any non-sand bits yet. Just messing up. My FOV is 110, my tilt is 0, and my pitch is 31, if you copy my camera settings. No, there's no sand on the lead up to the Didham Ferrandis quad. And he goes back to sand after it. I actually don't know what Jack does these days. I don't know what other games he plays instead, or if he's just a busy man with life now in general. I think, to be fair, on Sunday, when I do this marathon stream, I think the majority of it is just going to be outdoors practice. Set a server up on all the TFC tracks, do a big rotation there, and probably do a bunch on the GPs as well. And then just wait for people to moan at me for not doing Forest, Walnut and Farm over and over on repeat, because they're free, and everyone only plays them tracks. Like the majority of the ruts in TFC's outdoor tracks, you just stand up round them and they're much easier. I'm not actually a big fan of the Fox Hills track in-game. It just, I don't know, it doesn't flow very nicely. Time for me is currently 1:44 AM. So it's getting on a bit. Keep checking back every now and then. See if the server's going up. They have an... Okay. That is because it is Evan. Maryland is Budds Creek IRL. This track is Budds Creek IRL. They just can't use the real naming for copyright reasons. God, I don't know if anybody was here when I was talking about the random sand, but that right-hander before you go up this hill is the one place that kind of is the most noticeable. I think off the top of my head how much they are. I think if you buy them all together as a pack it's cheaper, but I generally couldn't tell you. Anything I do miss, I love the little double around this corner on the stock track. I wish we had it on this one. I also absolutely despise MX bikes for when stuff like that happens. You just ping out the top of a rut and go flying. So like, just let me get settled into it. think that's pretty decent as well. I know that he's going to be practicing for outdoors. I just don't know if he'll be able to do it every single week. I have no idea what his schedule's like. But it would be nice to actually get in the same race as him. I like how people are probably seeing the stream, seeing it Supercross, coming here and I'm riding by the outdoors tracks. Square. Oh, that's too much rotation. No, it's not, it's fine. I just got a random bit of grip as I turned right there, chucked me way further right than I expected. This can be one of them trucks that gets a little bit funky, it's got a hook in it. Oh my lord. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. No worries, we'll be in the heats in a minute. Probably up by the time I finish this lap. Oh, okay. Missed it. Actually, I can't see the entrance to that rut when you're going up the hill, so you just have to learn whereabouts it is. Yeah, there's no, I also like the unit layout when you can double out of this corner as well, when you've got double to land on, rather than just single and rolling it. I'm not going online with subscribers today, that is not what this stream is. I'm doing an organised event, we're just in the downtime in between. However, that is what we'll be doing the entirety of Sunday. Gonna need to hope I'm just gonna have tomorrow to rest my voice and then absolutely abuse it again all day Sunday. Yeah, you know it'll be a good stream if you end up voiceless by the end of it. Yeah, these bikes are they're just meh. Just meh. You know what I managed to buy yesterday, which is the first time I've seen it in stores, and I felt like a bit of a twat buying it. Is Prime, Logan ASI's drink. It's okay. It's actually like a bit sickly sweet. It might be too sweet. It's just too expensive, Benji, going to Supercross IRL. It's up in the thousands, the multiple thousands, when you sort out flights and everything. It's a shame. God, boys, the eyes are starting to get a bit tired. I probably won't pay and watch it live sales. I usually just go on YouTube the next day and watch the highlights. I'm not too into the old influencer boxing these days. I feel like it's gone a bit too far. It's a little bit cringy as well. I remember the good old days of Refresh Simulator where we'd sit here spamming refresh just to try and get first gate selection before the whitelisting was all sorted up. Christ, Dio, what do you do for a living? Because
It's your boy.
what's the date today?
Skinny penis.
It's literally been like 4 or 5 days since you've done the exact same thing. And I just need to know for when this YouTube thing eventually runs its course. I need to know what industry I need to get into. Like, I generally can't put into words enough how appreciative I am of you. So thank you very, very much. And I feel like you definitely earned that sugar daddy role in the Discord. That's for sure. But thank you, man. Thank you. In a weird way, I'm glad that you've done it now rather than doing it on Sunday. Otherwise, that would literally be, what, an hour and 40 minutes longer that the stream would have to go on. So thank you for getting it out of the way. I do appreciate you, man. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to be going to Target, I guess, after this. So yeah, I don't want to come off as ungrateful at all. I just don't know how to say thank you in so many different ways. Especially when it's super late at night and my voice is going. I hope you know that I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I found out as well is I've been wrong this whole time, and I've been saying that Super Chat is 50-50. Super Chat is actually 70-30, so I do get more than YouTube gets, which is a big W. Right, we've got our gate chosen, got our fuel, and everybody's slowly getting in. Not allowed on the track in between this and like MXGP, so we turn into a little bit of bike life around the track. Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna have such a long lie-in in bed tomorrow. Because whilst I love going and visiting my girlfriend, I never sleep well at all. I really struggle sleeping next to people. Just like having my own space, my own bed. Especially recently, my bed's been feeling extra comfy. I don't know why, it's just hitting different. I remember back in the day when opening ceremonies were a thing. Remember you used to do them on Sim as well, in the Sim Championships. You had to choose a song and Kellen would make a little edit for you, like opening ceremonies going onto the track. Fun times. Very, very fun times. It's not a competition, Minotaurs. I appreciate all of you. Seriously though. Doesn't matter how much it is. Just thank you very much for going out of your way and supporting the boy, supporting the cause. Do Roblox NASCAR racing and they still do intros. I always pick the heaviest songs I can. I thought that was a joke at first, Slingshot, with the opening line, but I genuinely believe you. Kinda cool. NASCAR racing in Roblox.
It's your boy.
Can it be like that deep? Do you do it on a controller, or do you manage to plug a wheel and pedals in as well? Well, I mean, on the bright side, boys, is now the Supercross is over. If you haven't managed to qualify at all this year, you can now spend the next, like, 7 months grinding the crap out of it to go and do it again. So that's a big W. We can't go on the track for the sole reason of the game's a big L and very, very broken. And sometimes when you reset the track, the road will glitch out and give you like these weird death holes or death ruts. For some reason we call them vortex ruts. And it's all client side rather than server side. So I could be going along this straight here, and there could be a massive hole / rut in the middle of the track. But it's only for me, it's not for everyone. So for the sake of causing any issues like that, some series just say don't ride on the track, because when we restart it at the start of a race, we don't want to risk that happening. So we just tend to go to our little bike life circles around the outside. Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, if any of you boys want to race with each other, then just hang out in my Discord's voice channels. That's what it's there for. Get people making new gaming buddies. Do you reckon I snap my Achilles this race because I'm running these boots? See if we can get a pole going. I have seen Ryder mention a couple times that he's retiring. And I don't know how serious I want to take that. I feel like once you're in this game and you've got to the point where you've won championships and stuff, you're never gonna fully leave. He says it's because of these OEMs, which I can understand for sure. Like, they're not the most fun in the world. I think people definitely had more fun on Beta 16, Beta 17 time. But it wouldn't surprise me if I saw him line up for round 1 of Outdoors. Join you guys? No, I'm very socially awkward. I can talk to myself here at my computer, but I can't like talk to people that I've never spoken to before. I just find it so difficult to do. I think that he'd be given probably a lot of stick if he done 250s again. It's not really a title worth trying to defend. I feel like the big boy cars is the way to go, but I just don't know how much he enjoys that at all. I suppose, at the end of the day, it is a video game, so if you have more fun riding a certain type of bike, then really nobody can tell you otherwise. Like, there's no point forcing yourself to ride the big bikes if you genuinely don't enjoy them. So I can see it from both sides. It's always nice to have the biggest hitters in the 450 class, but at the same time, if you don't enjoy riding the 450s, then why bother? I'll do 450s, Mikey. It was a bit up in the air when GPs started, but I've done a couple of GP rounds now on the 450, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be originally in terms of just the front end in the air road. So I'm just going to do 450s for Outdoors. Just keep it on the big bikes. Saves me kind of hopping back and forth between CCs, and I'll be doing more harm than good for muscle memory. I don't mind TFC making them. From what I've heard, Stone Rider has kind of guided him in the right direction in terms of what he needs to do to like improve upon his previous tracks to make them more pro race series worthy. So it should be fun. Should be no problem at all. Yeah, key points at the moment are to have more usable ruts, because inside ruts seem very, very overpowered on these tracks at the moment. Have obviously some braking bumps in there because they really don't exist. And then my other thing as well is it seems like a bunch of his tracks, let's say it's just a 180 corner, a lot of his tracks you don't actually need to take the ruts to go fast. You can just go inside of the inside rut and it ends up being faster. So if he finds a way to remedy that and make them just harder overall, there shouldn't be any issue. I hope he doesn't do any of the sand stuff, like putting random bits of sand here and there to slow you down. just like some consistency around the track, and I think just having one soil type does that for you. So yeah, that's another bad thing sometimes is his ruts are so steep that you either ride it like a wall of death, sat down, or you stand up to try and make your life a bit easier. Especially when the road gets in there as well. They're pretty, they can be pretty brutal. McFlurry, I know exactly what you're talking about as well because I saw that earlier. I don't know how you're going to go. I don't think it's possible. I think just with the skill gaps in this game in general, it doesn't matter what class you do. You're always going to get some wild riders or some bad lappers from time to time. All I can say from experience is 450 EU tends to be the best lappers, with 250 NA being the worst ones. I don't know what it is, but in all of the 250 NA races I do, everybody just tries running qualifying laps every lap, regardless of what position you're in or who's around them. I just think there's a general lack of awareness. So if you want like the most stress-free riding, I would say 450 EU. Is serve dead or are we going? We're going, lovely stuff. I'm not going to bother putting in less fuel for the heat race, we're just going to rock what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nice, I got the gate I wanted as well. Although we do have Isaac on our inside, and any time I start on the gate that Isaac is also on, I somehow end up on the ground. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think especially in Supercross as well at the moment, 450 EU as well, has to be a lot of the older boys that have been around for a while and just know how to race against each other a bit better. Whereas, yeah, 250 classes can get a bit manic. Everyone's trying to go 100 miles an hour all the time. Nice. My bike going to stop, or am I just going to go off into the abyss? I have people on the outside that haven't got the jump, but a couple people's noticed us. Well, we're in last, so the main event start can't go worse. This is where we just spend our time just tootling around, trying to pick off people that have crashed. Notice that other collision there was caused by Isaac's leg of his bike flying across everywhere. Just Aussie things. It will be fine. Okay. Gonna be a bit of an L run through the whoops. Should have just dived up the inside of him when I had the chance. This is an issue that I find myself in quite a lot as well, is I'll try being nice, and I gave Wheels the room there rather than diving up his inside to make an early pass. And then you got into the bales, which then messed me up for the whoops because I couldn't get a good run. And it's just kind of like a snowballing effect, and I feel like sometimes I should just try and be a bit more aggressive. I also don't want to be that guy that gets moaned at for taking people out. Yeah, I yeet. Shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna go off the track. So yeah, the flag's waving. Oh, I am in 9th place, so that's a surprise. I didn't expect to be up into 9th that quickly. Trying to capitalise on everybody else's mistakes. Oh, there we go. Someone else's mistake costing me again. Oh, it do be frustrating. I think sometimes in Supercross you have to be lucky as well. Or be in the right place at the right time. Which I feel like this year has not been my forte. Last year I was untouchable. Like everything that could go right, did go right. It's more annoying now that after Will's made a mistake and I got into his bike and I went down, he's back up and in front of me again. Oh, Christ, what's going on there? We love over-unders. We love bails as well. God. What on earth happened there? Bike just folded underneath me. Maybe we'll be going to an LCQ. That could be interesting. A little bit of spice. My Christ. Lovely tracker entry there. By Mr. Moon. So I have no idea how I didn't crash there. I'm pretty sure I morphed through 2 people and survived. Which should make no sense. But I think I'm still in 9th after all that drama. So, big dubs. Big dubskis. Oh, we're jumping way too far into the corner. Serves me right for looking over my shoulder. And that might be 10th now, actually. And not been doing particularly well today. It's been a bit of an L gamer overall. I'll bark in the virtual dirt course. Even my Fantic 2-stroke back. Felt much better on it. Thankfully, Mr. Ivan Jr. in front of me here has cuts. Which puts me in 9th, even though I'm not in 9th place on the track. We're not going to yeet ourselves over the berm this time. And there's 2 seconds worth of cuts to be exact. No idea. Oh, yes, oh, he's gone off. It's very, very low road again. Just frustrating, because you want people to be making mistakes in the road, but if the road never comes, like, what's going to happen? I just hate racing on flat tracks. The one corner's getting a bit of rough to it, which is nice. I wish they could all be like that. Last lap coming up, I feel like we've recovered from that pretty rough start. Still only in P6, which is pretty atrocious for a heat race. It's fine. If we get all the mistakes out of the way early on, we'll be okay for the rest of the night. I thought I'd get cuts at the end of the... Oh, we can have cuts as well actually. If I didn't go off the track in those last two sections I would have had him by like 0.2. No, I'm not a fan of the Cowie. You could say that the Cowie barked there, but I could argue that Chicken's just raw speed on Sucross is better than mine. So the fact that I managed to close him down imply that he's not feeling the green bike quite so much. I feel like doing a bit of research as well to find out who cut across the front of me at the start. Okay, let's go FBI mode. Oh. Well, he's insane. I mean, I'm trying to work out how... I don't think it came out from that far wide, to be fair, but start definitely wasn't on theirs to have. It was Barack's. Okay, noted. It's alright, I ended up beating him in that race, so it makes me feel better. Feel better about myself. What have I just done? What have I just done? Right, minimise. Cool. Where's my mouse? In game? Hello? There we go. Right. Gucci. I mean, how is the Cowie meant to be ridden? Because in my very limited use of it, it just feels very light. And it slides. And you can't really bark on this game if you're sliding all the time. You do have to try and maintain as much one-to-one traction as possible. What's going on with the PSI in the front first? Okay. Whatever. Dude. Go bump at the end of the whips again. I was sliding out in that corner on the Yamaha, so God, it must be awful on this bike. Slid out on the landing of the triple. Slid out again. Kind of scared to switch to this bike last minute because I didn't enjoy it or feel comfortable in the heats last week. I didn't think I was going to get up and over that. I mean, it's not bad. I just don't know. I really don't know what I want to do today. I might just stick with the Yami, get Supercross done with, and then try and do some experimenting in later rounds. Yeah, the front fender on the Cowie looks really nice in first person. The issue I have is the guy doesn't hold on to the bars properly. And becomes like super detached from the bars all the time. Well, thanks for stopping in, Benji. If I could get through the Suzuki through this loop section a bit easier, I'd probably ride it, but for some reason if you get the tiniest bit off centre, you just you're dead. Front end went in one, handlebars just yeeted off to the side. Whereas if you do that, if I do that on the Fantic 252 stroke for example, it just keeps ploughing straight ahead, no problems at all. No problemo. What round did I ride the Honda on? That one. Oh, the cockpit of the Honda, everything feels so close to you after riding the other bikes. I feel like the Honda has a lot of bottom end, but sometimes it ends up being too much. It's very easy for the front end to come up. Pretty sure I'm running on 8 swing arm already, so I can't really make it any longer or any more stable. But right there, front end came up, which caused me to get all kinds of sketchy. Decent in the whips though, it's been tracking through them alright. I think really what I'm doing is searching for an excuse to do bad, whereas if I ride the Yami there is no excuse. Hit the fade. I mean that was 2 mid 51s, that's not too bad. No, I didn't get one while I was away. I had one on... No, I had one on the Sunday before I went, and that was it. Well, I did have... No, I only had one. I had one McDonald's breakfast while I was away. And then I grabbed Mackey's on my drive home today. I've had a couple. Channeling my skills, it's got a slight wheelie going on. I was only visiting my girlfriend Deegan, she lives 4 hours away, so I just go up once a month to stay for a few days. Yeah, the hash browns for McDonald's breakfast are... they're god tier. Well, they're S tier. They're very, very good. Arguably the best part of the breakfast. I can't get the KTM through the whoops at all, Ryan. Just feels so stiff. The second you hit a whoop with your front wheel, it just yeets you. I mean, the Honda seems to be getting through. Red in the race? Question mark. Can't go much worse than the Heat did, surely. The issue is I can't get the Honda out of the gate because it's got so much bottom end, it just wheelies. This is feeling alright so far, it's feeling pretty flowy, pretty decent. I might bring the Husky trend back for outdoors, but indoors it's absolutely abysmal through the whoops. That's a no from me, I'm afraid. Husky 250 is pretty fun. I don't see too many of them. Oh, 51.2, we're getting there, we're progressing. Not exactly trying to go for burners either, just standard laps. Oh, never mind. Jinx myself. There's a very logical answer there, Max. Thank you. However, I am not a suspension guru by any means. Lots of moving parts of suspension. A lot of time needed as well to get it dialed into just what you want, so you just end up running whatever bike feels the best stock, unless I just get given something that I know works. Thank you, Mr. Higo, very much. The largest super chat is red, so... Oh, I see, you want it to be biggest, but Dio just lopped his massive knob on the table and said, no, this is my place. Thank you very much, regardless though, sir. Certainly do appreciate it. I never know the conversion rate in Australian dollars to British pounds. I'll have a look at some point later, but thank you very much, man. Yeah, Deegan, the time for me is currently 2:25 AM. We're committed to the cause. That's why you'll probably notice I'm a little bit more on the quieter side for this stream. Ah, never mind. I see what you mean now. That was oversight on my behalf. Yeah, I could ride red in the Ozona, I suppose. Is it £8? That's actually more than I thought. I don't know why I thought that the Australian dollar was in the bin. Pretty decent. Too shabby. Little transfer. I'll get the bike stopped because it done the weird gear thing where it doesn't release the clutch. If I slow down to try and get the pop to hit a backflip, I then don't have the speed to get up and over the finish. But I don't know why the back end's decided to get all squirrely on me there as well. It makes no sense. Oh, I've gone too far. Boing. And again, lovely. Little quad. Triple quad, triple. Ooh, he's flowing. Vibing. Barking the virtual dirt course. Tap the brake. Oh, lovely stuff. Track better in reverse, question mark. Dieticus. Ooh, sketchy. Inside roller. Double. Clean. Double again. Over. Not quite. Red for the Honda, yellow for the Suzuki, orange super chat for the KTM. Thank you very much, McFlurry. They have... There wouldn't be a white one, would there? I know the blue one is for smaller amounts. I mean, we got blue earlier from Minotaurs. That covers the Yamaha. I don't think there's any sort of white. I think it goes just in terms of heat, doesn't it? So it's like yellow, yellow, orange, red. W McFlurry, W Dio, W Higo. I don't know what's going on with McFlurry and Dio recently.
Skinny penis.
I think they just came into a small loan of $1 million. Yeet. Oh my. Eat. Where are we at in the night show so far? What are we looking at? LCQ servers. Where have I been added? This. Oh, Evmove has added me in Discord saying sorry. I have no idea what Evmove done. So I'm gonna
It's your boy, Skinny Penis.
Bloody hell, McFlurry again. What are you doing, man?
It's your boy,
And it...
Skinny Penis.
That Cowie one is a bit of a push, if I'm honest. Unless my eyes are going bad. But you know, no, actually that is more green than blue. I'll let you off that. That's fair enough. So we've got, pretend this is white, Cowie. That's a proper blue one, to be fair. I'm paying for the petrol, that's true. I spent... How much do I spend? 60. Spent about, I want to say, £100 in total whilst I was away, just on fuel. So yeah, it's a big W. Driving across the country ain't too cheap. So I've got a tiny little Ford Fiesta that actually gets decent range. I was driving on the way home. I was at such like a chill speed. On my dashboard, it kind of tells me how many miles I've got left to 0, and it just obviously fluctuates depending on how I'm driving. And I had the highest I've ever seen it today, which was 442 miles until I ran out of fuel. Your boy was being hella economical, saving the turtles and everything. Thank you very much, McFlurry, by the way. I'm glad this is going through Super Chat and not PayPal, because my PayPal's probably going to start giving me a phone call at some point. Or you've been paused for suspicious activity once. Don't need loads of like mini donations, getting it locked up again. Yeah, redo one of the EcoBoost ones. Double backy on the go? 1? No, 1.5. Who's streaming this night? Is it Mr. Narvo? Okay, let's go twitch.tv.
Outside speed!
Oh my god, that was loud. What? Move this over here. We'll go theatre mode. And hide this. Lovely stuff.
But it is still a
I need to
take on
mute my
that
engine in the
Twitch
background.
Goose racing
There we go.
Honda. Holding down that final transfer spot ahead of Lucas and Millie. Now
Big
here
Mr.
comes
Sexy
Millie
Voice
again,
himself.
trying to make the move on Lucas.
What have we got here? This is 250 LCQ.
Moore makes a big mistake in the rhythm
You
section.
can tell it's the end of the season,
Cross triple.
because there's only 17 people in the
Millie
LCQ.
will move into that final transfer spot. And no, Trevor has gone down as well. Lucas and Trevor down. Capybara moves into 4th.
I don't know how many people have seen as well. I haven't watched the videos yet, but I've had a couple of...
We have a giant red
Oh.
flag, a big red flag very late into the race.
That was a super late red flag. What's that all about? Hang on. I think press the wrong button.
Oh.
I don't know.
That is partly my fault. That is partly my fault. I thought I sent a message to Chicken saying that no one was syncing, and I forgot to hit the enter button, trying to set everything up. So that can partly be my fault, unless there was something else.
Oh no, we'll hashtag blame Navo.
Other than that, I don't
So
know
no.
a reason why it would have been red flag. So it could be my fault.
Things can dominate a whole SX season, hold a long-term relationship and play standing up. What else is this man capable of? I have not dominated this SX season, but I thank you very much for the ego boost, Aiden. I appreciate it. Yes, 17 Hondas. Yeah, I think, to be fair, in regards to 450s, all of the bikes are powerful, it just comes down to handling. Whereas in 250s, a Honda, I suppose the only other one that feels powerful is the Yamaha, but the Hondas are pretty OP in comparison to the rest of the bikes. It's not like you can just mess around and be like, oh, this week I just fancy riding the TN250 for the lulz, because you just wouldn't be able to clear anything.
But it is now just all Capybara. Hunt Dog's rhythm has now been just completely thrown off due to the red.
They're taking off Dio. It's going for the full red bikes. They've all had $100 donations. Each and every one Liz Dio was sent $100 to. So the thing is, I don't think that 2022 Lins was even any faster than 2023 Lins. I would argue that the rest of the competition has got better this year, and I've kind of stayed around the same. He is indeed getting old and slow. That is the issue. His thumbs and brain can't keep up with what he. Well, his thumbs can't keep up with his brain. Imagine these whoops are probably pretty brutal on the 250s, aren't they? Yeah, just end up doubling towards the end. That looks like looks pretty brutal. Oh. Also, rest in peace. There's not. Is there anyone in this that shouldn't be in it? Not really. I don't see any like big hitters in it, so I think the heats went all pretty smoothly.
But it is now Caden of Bennington Racing. We'll move into that final transfer spot. But it is Millie holding down the lead with a little over 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap to go. In this 250 LCQ,
I wonder what sim racers running the alias as Millie Bomber Sled or Bomber Slut, whatever her name is. Usually the sim guys that come over run an alias, so people don't know who they are.
Gorb has got some work to do. He's got 2 minutes to do it. Same with Ando and Ash, who dropped out of those transfer spots about half a lap ago. And that is the gap between 4th and 5th.
Oh god, that triple is horrible with the 250s. Stretching the life out of it.
And there, right at the top, there is Millie, your LCQ leader.
There won't be any riding for a while, I'm afraid, Deegan. I haven't got a working GoPro. I can't really justify spending a bunch of money on another camera at the moment, which is a bit of an L.
Right there, going through the whoops, that is Caden. That is the final transfer spot holder. Coming up to a minute left.
I feel like I'm probably going to be the only red bike on the line in 450s. I'm mentally prepared to not do well. At the moment.
Try to do a breakdown of how hard hitting that little camel hump triple before the Supercross triple is the hit on a 250s. We watch Capybara just get by a take there.
I feel like in the moment I'm probably going to get quite heated. But I feel like I've done pretty decent in that heat race, even after a bunch of mistakes I couldn't avoid.
Yeah, fifth pin.
Kind of held my own, slowly worked my way up.
Fifth pin. Not everyone's built like a frozen pizza, my guy. We know that.
Yeah, Sim looks a lot better
Stiffness of suspension.
from a third-person perspective.
I mean, you're right. You're right. That's my fault.
The issue that we have on this game is everyone looks like they're just staring up at
This
heaven
Ornell's
because
built like a
the
frozen
netcode
pizza.
looks hella funky.
But it is the final lap here for Millie. In the lead in this LCQ, Capybara. Holding down second, battling with the take. Yo, what is a real description to be described as a frozen delicious pizza? What kind of description is that?
Watch my life pass me by, never knowing where I belong.
A take who makes his way.
It's really hard trying to
around
keep up with all the Discord
Capybara.
drama at the same time as
But Gore
streaming and
has
trying to watch a
gotta
race.
hope for a miracle. A big mistake from Caden if he wants to go to the main event. He has got a bit of time.
Oh god, I'm so tired.
Millie
Oh.
will take the win of the LCQ.
So, out of the two prime flavours that I've had so far, blue raspberry is actually pretty damn good. It just reminds me of the old school blue Powerades. And that's not good.
Capybara
Okay,
in
we'll carry it
third.
back. Hopefully that's not ruined my stream.
Caden
Um,
grab that final
is this
transfer
Narvo or is it just me?
spot. Gore unable to make it through. Gained in a lot.
I think it's Narvo. It should be
Gonna
alright.
do it.
No, that's that done. Close that. Do some more wrappage. Capybara, 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 capybara. Decent, thank you, Chris. How come you came from bikes anyway from Sim? When I originally left Sim, it was in the early stages of Erode, getting Erode into the game working, and the tracks were just so trash. It was unreal. You just ride around at one massive rut the entire race, in all the straights and all the corners. You couldn't overtake people at all, and it just wasn't enjoyable. So I ended up moving over to bikes after a while. It wasn't straight away either. I went through a period of just not playing any motocross games, and eventually got told to get into bikes, and yeah, didn't look back from there. To any of my MX Simulator enthusiasts, if I have an A license in RF, am I able to do amateur races, or do I have to do pro races? Silly question, I know, because I know there is also a pro license, but there's also an A, B and a C license. I have genuinely have no idea the difference between all the individual ones. If I have an A license, can I just do AMs? Because if so, I'll try 1 or 2 outdoor AM races this year. Right, so if I've got an A, I have to do pro outdoor races. That's a shame. I don't think I qualify, to be honest. It's really like strange as well because I feel like even if I dropped bikes and started grinding sim again, I don't think I'd ever be anywhere near what I used to. Like that muscle memory is just fully gone. Which is weird knowing that you can put multiple thousands of hours into a game and then don't play it for a while and it's just gone completely. But I tried making a few races last year, and I think I made a couple of, I qualified a couple of times, but I never got points. Got a total of 0 points last year, so I guess that could be, I don't know, that could be good for me. I just don't know if, because I've won championships and stuff in the past, if they'll look at it and be like, no, there's no chance of you doing AMs. I also feel like if I do AMs and I do well in AMs, people will just moan at me for sandbagging. I just don't want to commit to doing outdoors, like try live streaming stuff, and then never actually qualifying for any of the races because I'm too trash. Yeah, I used to clap cheeks on like reflex and stuff as well, and now when I load up reflex I feel like I'm just tiptoeing around the track. I have no idea how I used to do it. I suppose the brain only remembers what it needs to remember. Once you move on to the next game, it pushes the old ones out. I think I might do 250s rather than 450s. Not entirely sure. I always found 450s outdoors on sim to be really weird, so I swear the suspension just doesn't work properly. This is all hypothetical, of course. I'm not committed to anything at all. I probably should have started practicing the game quite a few weeks back rather than leaving it till now to make some sort of a decision. This is 450 at the moment, Wildgrim. I wish there was something else to do in the nights rather than just sitting and testing for ages. Something to keep entertaining between the races. Got to sit and wait for the 250 races all the time. I can't believe how lively this Honda is, man, all the time. Wants me yeeted up. 250 server has just gone up, so I reckon we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll tune into Narvo's stream again. Just there's no games out at the moment that just really like scratch an itch for me. I used to love grinding out COD back in the day, just going up levels over and over and over again. But then obviously now skill-based matchmaking just makes the games very just boring and tedious and all very samey, just getting a 1KD all the time. Not really into Battle Royale type games at all. I have periods of time where I'll bang out Minecraft and just not touch it for months. Motocross games, I mean, they're fine, but I can only play them for half an hour at a time unless I'm live streaming. Done my fair share of zombies, to be fair. Yeah, I used plutonium on. Wait, which one's plutonium? I can't remember if that one is like the Modern Warfare series or the Black Ops series. Either way, I've tried both of them like gold launchers to play the old games. Played like IW4X and things like that as well. I just don't know. There's nothing that really really does it for me these days. I think as well is that I play like a couple of idle games, and I think the only reason I enjoy them is a sense of progression. I like progressing in games. A game that I've restarted multiple times that I really should at some point in my life do just a full playthrough of and complete is Skyrim. I've never ever completed Skyrim after God knows how many saves. I know I installed it the other day. I've got it right here. Got it ready to go. You got 20 hours of it on PC in total, but I'd start with like a completely fresh save. Get it all going again. So that could be fun at some point. Just stock vanilla Skyrim, no mods at all. 110 FOV, 0 tilt, and 31 pitch landing. Also not a big mobile gamer either, it's not a bit of me. To be fair, I have not played a Battlefield game in quite some time. I think the last Battlefield game I played was Bad Company 2. Loved it, by the way. Really, really good. And I do enjoy some Battlefield stuff. I really enjoy Zombies. I just hate the direction that they went in with it on my round-based maps, but Black Ops 3 last good Zombies game, in my opinion. Done a bit of grinding on Cold War when it first came out, but yeah, when all the different maps came out and they was just all a bit meh. Only ever played the first map, didn't do any of the DLC. But I do still watch a fair amount of zombie stuff. I did put I mean, it wasn't a bunch of time, it was only a closed beta. I don't know when the actual game's going to release. But I played X-Defiant a decent amount, whilst I could. Not even much in the way of progression on that game, to be fair, since I had everything unlocked throughout the beta. Barking the course right now. Jeez, we're moving. But 50.5, that's only 0.2 off of my Miami time. Decent, not just 0.5 either, 0.555. That's a sexy number. I don't play League. I've never played League. I've watched League for like 10 minutes in total in my entire life, and it just doesn't seem like a game I would be interested in or good at. Load up Mr. Nargo's stream again. They are not going just yet. Oh god. Stretch. Stretch. Oh. Why are the quads cramping though? Tell me. Get the get on a great track. Get the Honda out on this said track as well. Interested to see Rum's comeback when outdoors starts. can just race on earn A all the time. Every race that ever exists from now on, isn't it? Love it so much. I'm getting that quad. Wing. I messed up the jump before it a bit. Oh, I miss Rum in general. He's not been about for ages. Just does his own thing. Plays a bit of League. Pops some bikes every now and then. The Honda just feels... It's weird because it feels like a heavy bike, but then it has moments where it just gets super loose. Again, had that weird thing of the clutch not releasing after you change gear. So I just coast into the corner with no engine braking at all. And go flying over the corner. Oh my god. A bit hectic. That's enough of her now. Are we riding yet? God damn it, these just take so long. Oh, the server had to go down because it was loaded with no road. We take a bit of a stroll through the best laps page. I mean, I've clicked on it, but nothing's happening. So I can't move my mouse, so that's great. Oh yeah, I forgot that these reset, don't they? Every time the betas change. I mean, that's not true. I ran a 50.3 in qualifying, but game's a nil. Doesn't understand. Just... Oh, this goes through the different bike classes, I see. Oh god, it's frozen again. There we go. Right, where's Forest? What's Forest saying? On flat 0.7, that's a bit of an L. I've got a fast lap time online, I think I've got a 1 minute flat 0.1. Oh no, oh god, you're gonna make me scroll all the way. I don't think I played Walnut by myself. No, I haven't. A good reason as well. L track. Reaper Dock TFC rotation. Hello, 27 people. White Life servers pop in as always. 250 main event servers pop in. And then of course you've got Forest, Practice, Walnut, Club, Letter. Actually, Practice. I don't think I've ever seen a populated server on the Practice track before. That's pretty wild. You know what we should do actually? Do this. Go. Play this good old MX Bikes game. I realise just how loud that probably is in your ears. I am very, very sorry. Everyone loves this lovely MX Bikes game. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god. Okay, I'm going first person. I remember where Holgers goes. I mean, just can't see much in front of me. Oh god! Hold on, dear. Hold on, dear. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Getting steezy now. Turn! God damn it. That thing doesn't turn at all. A bit of Jim Connor going on. Pay our respects to Mr. Block. Should we see if see what other tracks we can get working? Oh, actually, Maryland. We do some Budds Creek racing. Oh my god, it actually works. Oh, boys. Happy man. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I don't think Ellsberg will work, unfortunately. Oh my Christ. Didn't expect to jump that far. You forget how much like speed you actually scrub off on motorbikes. I feel like if I was to straight air everything, I'd be I'd just be insane. Oh, she's slippery. Very slippery. Yeah, keep the inside wheels on the right, should pull me around the corner. Drifted, 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 drifted. Keep her in. Track's actually it's actually quite a good track for this. Go yeet. Can we double to the inside? No. Rob. Now you tell me otherwise of practicing for these races other than running on Lord Rally Series. Gentle. And so a little uphill. The next downhill is going to be a pain in the arse trying to get into a rut. Oh my god, so slippery. Easy, careful, driftage. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Can we do them Ferrandis? Oh my Christ. Oh! I just greased that. Alright. Oh, she was close. She was very, very close. Yep, back to Emmett Sparks as if nothing happened. The game crashes all the time because it's absolute cheeks. We're missing the 250 race. 1080p, lovely.
Now with Panda with some free air and not battling, can he make up? A 7-second time
this looks like a
difference
you.
between him
Aston first, Panda in second.
and Casanova on that Element Designs Honda.
The music off real quick. It's probably like sensory overload for you guys hearing Narvo and me
still
and
very
music.
quick. He is still something to be concerned about for Panda. And there's Cole just sitting outside of that podium spot.
Just 22 Hondas doing their thing.
So he's 7 seconds in real time out from the podium.
Yeah, Casanova's been popping off recently. He got done absolutely dirty last week by his game crashing when he could have been taking the points lead. So I feel like championship might be out of reach now. I don't know.
As they move into that East-West showdown next week. But Casanova is absolutely making the track his own. A 9-second gap. Braden sends for the double on the inside. Cases a bit. Panda with the good outside speed.
The EU Championship was already sorted a few rounds early, but I think both of these 250 ships are still going on. Still going down to the wire.
On this Salt Lake City track.
Oh, bit of an L run through, which you Panda.
Caught up with a lapper who is down at the end of the rhythm section after the whoops. Casanova has to get back on the gas. He does. We'll come here in just a moment. We will take a look right now at our lap times of what we got. Casanova
Jesus Christ, 52s are actually insane on a 250. That's so quick.
Last lap, it's going to be very different now.
I don't think I'm even doing that on the 450.
With that big crash. Panda, who has moved back into second at 52.7, his
yeah, struggling to get my head around Panda on a Honda. Just doesn't
Actually,
sit with
we'll
me.
take a look at his last.
Doesn't feel right.
55.4 being his last. Braden down in third. Both in station and in cuts, a 52.199. And a 55.8. His last.
You know what? I agree, Narvo doesn't sound much different to Dan Hubbard. Quite weird thinking about it.
And he is starting to lose time now as this track starts
I know
to
that the
get
quality is a
really
bit
eroded.
average at the moment, boys. I can't do anything about that. Twitch is
You guys can see
a bit of an L platform. It is in
just how
1080p.
deep those ruts are starting to get. We've still got a little under 6 minutes plus 2
Well,
laps
stick to
to
YouTube.
go in this 250 main event. And as always, I do want to give a big shout out to the ARL track making crew.
FIFA.
And everyone else behind the scenes that you guys see.
Or a Siege channel, but I've never watched Siege on Twitch in my life, so no idea why that's
that make all of this run. A big shout out to them for all the work that they have done over the course of this season.
I'm not watching that anymore. 450 servers up, boys. DL. Oh, fitty. And the crowd goes mild. Oh, it's currently 3:05 AM. Sleep schedule is non-existent. Went 7 erodes. You know what? I'll take that. Not quite the 1 erode that we had in the EU main event. There's Summit. It was a little Summit. Day and night. Gotta run, but see, I'm not that fast. I'll be the one to surely fit last. I will be finishing last. So look at this. Where's all Discord drama, boys? I'm just having a read through and there's nothing really popping off. Hello, everyday dirt biker. How are you? Here. I've only got to type in the letter T into my browser and it already comes up with Twitch/Nardo. It's lovely. What
Yeah,
happened
so
to Braden?
Cole
He was
has
like,
gained up a lot of time on Braden.
Braden was well
who has
close.
got a lot of cuts. So there's Braden in third place physically, but not in third.
God, I can't stop
in the
yielding,
timed
boys.
and scoring. We saw that
Oh,
very
God.
opening lap, a big cut he did. Trying to do that inside double off of this rhythm
Hello,
section.
Robbler.
So Braden's gonna have to get on the gas.
There was a lot of big stretchy lines on this track on 250s.
If he wants to stay on the podium, he has had the pace for it. He has caught Panda more than just a few times. But we're under 2 minutes left in this 250 main event here in Salt Lake.
I really dislike the timing on the game. How every time someone
Braden
crosses the
having a
line,
hard
they go to
time
the
through
top of the leaderboard.
whoops. Arrow gonna get by him, but little contact.
Like,
Cole
is
makes the move
that
on
that hard
Braden.
of a thing to sort out?
Braden with a big mistake through the whoops, and there goes Cole.
I mean, Braden's
And
got an
Braden sets him
insane
up
amount of
right
cuts
in the
anyway,
corner.
looking at
He is
timing.
still gonna fight for it.
That
Cole
was a
having to
send.
check him on
Jesus
the
Christ,
Supercross
fair play.
triple. Cole making a mistake through it now.
All popping off in this race.
And McChick.
Oh. Twitch has other ideas.
The man himself, the race director, the rider from down under.
Yeah. Oh.
I will say Cole is still in third though, Chicken.
Yeah, do be underline.
Braden has a lot of cuts right now, so Cole is holding down third as it stands.
Too long left, boys, and then it's
so
our
even
time
right
to
now,
try and survive.
With it, Cole sitting in third with a second over Braden. Even Braden is holding that third place spot as we are almost into the final amount of allotted time for this race. As Braden's probably gonna get another cut there.
Cass is
going
miles
around
ahead.
the roller.
Oh God, Jesus! Oh my God,
Look, I leave that for you guys.
that was wild.
But Braden makes a big mistake out of the rhythm section.
That's
He's gonna do
a track
very
re-entry.
dangerous track re-entry, almost taking out Cole, coming back.
I'm not sure
in.
I've ever seen Braden before. I have no idea who it is. I get the sense that
Braden is just kind of all
he's
over
riding
the
a bit
place right
erratic.
now.
Might be used to be setting them heaters, not used to being this high up.
But it's still not gonna matter with how close Cole is. He is still sitting in third place. But Jackson, what a charge! The RD Factory Racing rider.
Ironically enough, Rob, they're probably the Honda
After a terrible
250.
start, nearly putting him in
The one that
dead
everyone in this is
last.
riding.
He is up here,
Just the best
trying to
250. I wouldn't
battle
advise
for
going straight to
podium
a
spot
450 on
with
this
Cole
game.
and Braden.
I feel like the 125s at the moment are so lifeless, they're so slow. They're probably just not much fun.
Here comes Cole around the outside. We're on the final lap here in Salt Lake City.
This is going to be a nice battle for track position on the last lap, because I think Culver's got it by cuts by a long shot.
And it is still all to race for in this 250 main. Braden has had trouble in the whoops. Looks like he's got it cemented right now. He is holding on.
Just had someone absolutely destroy me in the background.
Jackson is gonna fall behind this little battle. As Braden is down on the Supercross triple, Braden goes down. Casanova.
I love how I
will
just
take
saw
the lead here- or
just saw
take
Brady
the
made no
lead
effort of getting
here
back on the
Salt
track in a
Lake
normal place
City.
there. He just went around the triple.
But Braden has made a big mistake. Cole with a lot of open air to run away and grab third place. Panda will cement himself as second.
Decent P3 from Cole. Lovely stuff.
And Cole sending up. Cole will grab
Decent.
third in that final
Right.
spot.
Our time to shine now, boys. Where's my document? My file explorer keeps opening itself up all. There we go. It's Gucci. We're up. Tag team. Whose man's is this? Skillage. Oh, it's just... I was about to complain, but there's many women wearing, well, with exactly the same face, so the crowd all look like the same people, until I realised that it's literally what most modern day games look like. They have about 3 members in the crowd and just keep repeating the same person over and over again. I do like the amount of work that Sony's put into the editing of the ARL logo on all the t-shirts there. Right. Oh, red bike time. Kind of scumbagged it and rode the good bike to get in through the heat race, but now is the time where we try and get a different colour on the box, maybe. Managed to get the 2-stroke on the box earlier in EU, which I would love to do again, but is not allowed in NA. We're riding red. Channel wearing our bike live again. See if we can do 2 full laps of the arena on the back wheel. Oh, she's getting a bit sketchy. Oh, getting a bit too fast as well. Oh, no. Can keep the front wheel in here. I don't know why the bike flops side to side so much when you sat down. If I turn side to side while sat down, like sat down wheeling, it gets hella sketchy. Yet if I do it when I'm stood up, you have a lot more, just have a lot more control. Right, we should only have like 5 minutes or so, boys, maybe less. And the pain begins. We're looking like how many people we got. So we do have 24 people. We're just waiting on Mr. Narvo to get synced in, and then we'll be going. Okay. Ah. Gotta wait for the streamer. Great. The fans. Come on, Noah, get us in. Just want to get the race done so then I can go to bed. Hit the big Z's. Probably woken up by a dickhead next door neighbour who doesn't work. He sits and claims benefits and then decides to get up early and actually do stuff in his garden on the weekend when everyone else is trying to sleep. Oh, man down. Not like any big jumps we can hit the side of really, is there? Bonk. Rider got ejecto CO'd Kurt. Come on, Nava. Get your ass in here, boy. You can tell we're in the late hours as well. Just not much going on. Oh god. I'm hoping that the Sunday stream doesn't end up going until the late hours of the morning. I don't know how. I don't know if I can stream for that long. My brain will just be frazzled. Completely fried. Hello, Wills. We just waiting. Probably got 2 minutes max before the main event starts. Ah, wheelie over. Let's get up to that. Yay, race time! Right, we've got 4.5 litres in, that's fine. You got a gate next to an Aussie, that's not fine. Oh, the other Aussie is on the far outside, so that's good. That is very Gucci. Not sure how to get out of the gate on this bike though, where it's so front wheel high. I don't think I've ever had a good start on this bike. You end up just spamming the clutch so much to get anywhere. I think it's probably annoyed at me because I ain't got team stuff on. I mean, I do, kind of. The bike's meant for a 250, I just moved it over. Awful jump by me. Really? Jesus Christ, boys, it's a straight line. It's not hard to not hit people. So I'm guessing the start can go worse than the heat race. Yeah, I don't think I've had one... I had a good start today on this track. I don't think I had. Oh, this is going to be fun. My lord. Perhaps do a backflip when I land. Sniff what Wes had for dinner. I'm that close to him. I had to run high in that berm. I don't know if I took anyone out by doing it, but I didn't do that. I would not have got over the triple. Oh, I'm not the only Honda. Emmy's on one as well. God, bike's getting all kinds of sketchy. A lot going on right now. Oh, holy moly. It's gonna mess me up, I think, in the whips. I shouldn't have gone that tight inside. I just funneled in behind. Christ. Ah. The annoying thing is, I don't think Hemi even hit me on his screen because the netcode in this game is so dog shit, he didn't get affected. Jumping around that corner in the race. I think you're a very brave man to go for that. Oh god, we could have another death again. That blue flag is just because of the over-under and I'm not actually about to get lapped. That'd be pretty nuts. Of course, the bike keeps moving to the left. Oh, we jumped a bit far in. Fine, we Gucci. So far there. Oh damn it, man. Lovely track entry from Keegan there, just fucked me over. Push him in the back end stood out. Quite like shit now. Lovely cross jump there from Wheels. What line was he even going for? He went literally in the middle. Gonna be one of them races. Get incredibly pissed off if everyone's riding. Literally what I was saying earlier in the stream, where people in a ride through you, don't care what's in the way. I think I was in about 6th a lap ago. That's really. Almost over the bars, Jesus. Onto a rider. track's not like eroding anywhere near as quick as it did near you. With really not much of a difference in erode setting either. Yeah, I'm riding like cheeks, boys. Thank God it's the last Supercross round of the season. Get it over with, get me outdoors. It's not even the bike this time, just me. The bike actually feels pretty decent round it. We have another Honda here. Maybe that can be the goal, just to try and beat Hemi on the other Honda. See, the track is slowly starting to get sketchy. I don't know if I want to step onto this or step over it. I think stepping over is probably the safer option. To be fair, I think I'd rather come up short on the over-under than go too far. No idea what positions are looking like because the scoring's all over the place. Six seconds down, Jesus. Nothing more satisfying than getting whoops like that. It feels like you're actually blitzing whoops. This could be the first lapper right here that we're coming up to. It is indeed, some still Les. On the X-Moto at Yamaha. Why am I struggling to get that triple? I saw people hitting that on the 250. Fairly easily as well. All I can really do is just hope people mess up now. Not a whole lot left for me in this room. It's a bit of a consequence of getting health starts and being caught up in the drama. Ah. Getting triggered. Now I can get unfortunate with bike timings so often. What is the traction like? Oh my Christ. At least they're right and the overruns are starting to develop again. That was like one of the only good parts about the track with the road. Some of the roads starting to get to that point where your bike doesn't actually want to turn on it because it's just super choppy. It keeps like pushing the bike forwards rather than around the corner. Not sure if it's Anna or I'm not loving, but I'm not laughing. Bit of a weird thing to come in and say. I feel like this has been another one of them races that just didn't quite meet its potential. There was one or two crashes that didn't happen. Didn't get a bad start. Oh god. Let's send this. Yes, who knows where we could have ended up. That made me smart, at least, seeing Dad shoes get all whiskey and going down. Where's just circulating this point, he's probably having to check up so much for every blue flag that he gets. Doing like 1 minute 10-second lap times. What's annoying is looking at the time and Rax is in third, and I literally caught up and passed Rax earlier this race before my own dramas. Oh, take care. I just didn't want to stop. Oh god, that was sketchy. And Rats on that double give you a head kick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Make it to the top. It's fine. Seconds behind me to Mr. Hughes. Probably about 7 seconds now after that mistake. Here we got probably about 3 laps left as well. Deja vu, we're beasted. I'm going to stick to my right hand side of the finish line jump this time so I don't flat land the crap out of it. We've got 2 laps to go. And 5 seconds to the next position, so if he makes a mistake, we could be in there, in for 4th place. Not with me getting whip sections like this though. Massive L for Boardman and I. I'm hoping that my lap is going to count, because I'm kind of concerned. Should do. Just a little bit worried because I've seen people miss over-unders before and laps not count. Christ. Yeah, I'm not particularly, if my lap does count, I'm not particularly happy with a P5. But I'm not sure what else to do about the starts, I'm afraid. A lot of the crashes in the NA races probably aren't actually crashes, just how the netcode works. fifth's alright. It's not too bad. I mean, a third place is only 7 seconds up the road. So, Honda's a bit more of a W on this track than I would have first thought. Too bad though. Oh, nice to see Moof one as well. Hills was like 7 seconds ahead at one point, so he must have hit the choke button a bit later on. Big W from Mr. Moof. No, Damon, this is... I'm pretty sure this is the stock Honda 450 sound. Can't get paid sound mods. But yeah, that is 17 rounds of Supercross. 17 in EU at least, not all 17 for NA, but it's not been too bad. A lot of very frustrating races, but I just think that's because there's a lot more competition this year. Everyone's trying to go as fast as possible. I mean, overall, it's not been terrible. Now I get to not touch Supercross for the next 2 weeks, and then yeah, on the 26th of May is when the outdoors season starts. So look out for that. Just wanted to remind those of you that are here. By the way, thank you everyone that has been here. I know it's not my usual time, but on Sunday, starting at 12 or starting at midday UK time, I'm going to be doing a marathon stream, and it's going to be exactly like the one I've done at the end of last year, where I'm going to start off at 2 hours, and then we're just going to have a timer on the screen. Donations increase the timer, and we go until it expires. So hopefully I'll catch all of you guys there. Thank you for being with me. Oh God, for each and every round of this season. I'm going to go to bed now, and probably wake up at about midday tomorrow. Just get 11 hours worth of sleep. Why not? So catch you boys next time. Farewell.